Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Starladder LAN Finals. And we are going to now take an adventure into the lower bracket. That's right, we got an elimination match for you here, a best-of-3 matchup of Team Tinker taking on Team Malaysia. So, before we get into how these teams got to this path, let's just quickly knock out the introductions. I'm going to be KotLGuy, bringing you the BTS English coverage here on the Channel 2 for everything that's taking place off the main stage. With me is going to be joined remotely by Mr. Boris. How you doing, buddy? Did you have a nice little small break there between our first series and this one?
Yep, got some food, got some water, and I got a banana.
Wow, a banana?
Well, I ate some pasta, some macaroni, some with some Parmesan.
Wow,
cheese.
You went all out. I had like some leftover buffalo wings. Was okay. So I hope I don't.
Damn, you got messy. That's a hot mess right there.
Yeah, I hope I don't regret that. And like later in the game, I'm like trying to speak. So hopefully everything's going to go good there. So let's talk about.
I thought you were talking.
No. Let's just talk about the actual match we got here. So Team Tinker, Team Malaysia. How did we get to this point? Well, Team Tinker, they were slated to go against Cloud9 in the upper bracket, and they got beat pretty hard. It was a very long, high endurance, 90-minute plus game for game number 1. The game number 2 was more of a stomp. Cloud9 knocked them down 2-0. Then they had to go against London Conspiracy. We got to cast that game yesterday, and they easily plowed right through London Conspiracy, and that's how they got to here. For Team Malaysia now, they bested Team Secret yesterday, beating them 2-1, and what many considered a huge upset. Then they got to move forward, and, well, we just witnessed them go against IG, where IG bested them, took them out 2-0. So here we are, Ryu, a matchup of Team Malaysia taking on Team Tinker. I haven't really had a moment to check out the actual odds, but what would you think would be the odds for this matchup right now? Now that we've seen these teams get to play a bit and warm up, where would you put them now?
65-35 for Team Malaysia, just because even though they did get taken down by IG, still their dominant performance yesterday over Alliance. No wait, Team Malaysia versus. It was Alliance, right?
Wait, I'm sorry. Malaysia
Team
played.
Malaysia. Team Malaysia played Team Secret. Okay, yeah, that's right. So Team Malaysia, they played Secret, and they went 2-1. So that was a very good showing. It was first day though. So Team Tinker definitely had a night's rest, and they did show that they can beat London Conspiracy. But I think obviously this would be a tougher task for them.
Yeah. And
I just think those odds are still favorable for Team Malaysia.
Yeah, and we'll have to see. Yeah, Malaysia, I wager will be slight odds favorite. I'm gonna go out and say like 65-35 here. 65 for Malaysia. Team Tinker though, with that day of rest, maybe they just chalk up day 1 to a bit of a warm up, and it's really hard to gauge where they really stand after they beat a team like, well, London Conspiracy. You know, no disrespect of course to London Conspiracy. You know, they didn't even have the luxury of performing on the main stage. They just got 0-2'd both ways. So we'll have to see if it's going to be enough of a warm-up, though, as they take on a pretty tough task here. So let's actually talk about the draft before us here. Team Tinker, they open up with a Queen of Pain, and they get their prize Earthshaker. But Malaysia, with their 1-2 punch, they get the Wisp Tiny. So it's a big grab right there. And, you know, with the potent power that they have, you do risk now a full draft ahead of Team Tinker here to counter back against it. Top counter picks I can immediately think of. You know, you got your Disruptor grab up, a Witch Doctor maybe, an Enigma. You got to find a way to be able to deal with this Tiny and this Wisp combo so that they don't get too ridiculous and bulldoze through your base. Maybe even Viper, some way to kite him and not allow him to kind of go on full throttle.
Right, and there's a lot of heroes that can do that, as you said, the Disruptor, any Blink hero, like the Quap is really good in this too, as well as the Earthshaker already having that fissure, you know, easily laid down. And, you know, this is very interesting to talk about too, is the bans. I haven't seen a tree first ban in forever. It feels like against, you know, PPD when it originally was, became really broken. That's basically the last time I can really remember it, but you know, they got stomped out by IG last game with the Sniper Tree combination, and I think there's ways to deal with Sniper, but if you're trying to deal with a Sniper and a Tree, it's very difficult, very difficult. Nahaz had a great stat on that before, especially going into like MLG, where it has like a ridiculous win rate, like 70% or something when they're together, maybe even 80. But them coupled together shows the power, and as well as the Beastmaster ban out. I mean, we normally don't see it too often, but definitely prioritizing the heavy. Well,
The most interesting thing also is Mr. Peeps here, Sniper, has been completely ignored up to this point. You know, most likely something that Malaysia might pass over, considering that Team Tinkerino can still have formidable options there. You know, you have Queen of Pain, who could be placed in more of an off-lane position, but then Sniper could have a bit of trouble dealing with the dynamic duo of Tiny Wisp in that mid lane. So I'm curious to see if maybe they could roll with Queen of Pain in the mid, throw Sniper off in a safe lane position, work from there. Or if it's going to be something that both teams ignore altogether. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy to see the hero ignored. I think someone just posted about how it already has 6 showings in Starladder so far with a 100% win rate. So, Ice Frog.
Who has a 100% win rate?
Yep. Sniper 100% apparently. Sniper.
Whoa.
Mr. Peepa. So, Ice Frog 6.84 cannot come soon enough. And I'm sure people are counting the days for the end of the Starladder tournament, or at least what they just said recently with that huge news about the 4 majors next week possibly. So now moving forward though, Malaysia, they pick up the Viper for themselves, something I was anticipating maybe Tinker go for, but they take that access away. But they do manage to get a hold of the Witch Doctor, something that I already pointed out and could be very good against Tiny and Wisp, you know, or just Wisp +1. That Coconut pretty much a guaranteed secured stun lockdown, and just the tremendous burst power that Witch Doctor can bring with that Death Ward.
Right, and I'm looking for Team Tinker to go aggressive tri-lane this game. This is what I want to see. You have an IO Tiny, you have a Viper. Both of these heroes, or all 3 of these heroes, really need to get a good early game start. So I don't think they can really contest IO and Tiny in the mid lane. Quap's okay for just dealing, trading with the CS. But what you can do is, since they're going to be dual laning the Viper and the Rubik, what you can do is easily shut down the Viper's farm. Make sure he doesn't get a fast mechanism. And what better way to do that than with an Earthshaker and a Witch Doctor +1, where they can put a lot of pressure. Now, I'm not exactly sure what hero that is right now. We'll have to see to find out. There's things that come to my mind that could be aggressive, that could be okay. Is, you know, Chaos Knight's not too bad, but Tiny getting the Ags could be very scary.
Slark is something that could be considered for a core position. It just seems like something a lot of teams go for. You know, you're going against a Wisp, you need that burst potential. You know, him going personally against a Viper could be sketchy here, but do like the Clockwork grab. The cogs work beautifully.
I mean, Luna's
splits
not
up
too
the
bad.
action. Luna, yeah, not
like
too
we
bad
saw,
either.
we saw Luna going aggressive with IG, and it's not bad because you always have the potential just to add the bonus damage as well as getting the loosen beams off. And I just want to see them do something aggressive where they don't just sit back. And Clockwork to me just feels like Team Tinkerino want to play kind of like, all right, we're just going to put Clockwork in the off lane. We're just going to do our casual dual lane mid with Quap and Earthshaker, then put Witch Doctor +1 top. So instead, they're just going to go probably about the other route, trying to shut down the Tiny IO.
Well, that Slark gets banned, so we're not going to be seeing that at all.
Oh, there's a PO. What about PO, man? What happened to here?
Yeah, you know, PL, I don't know if it's even been picked up yet this tournament, or at least this land.
I heard it hasn't. I heard it hasn't been picked up at all.
Interesting.
PL could be really good, especially on Team Arena and Tinkerino. You can easily chase down this Wisp, and it's got a nice way to dodge the relocates. I mean, they don't have that many, like as long as you can dodge the stun and the toss with the doppelganger.
Malaysia here now. It's their next pick, though. We're looking at possibly their offlane grab and the Puck.
Yep.
We haven't seen this hero very often. It's funny because at the last season of Starladder, that's when Puck really did not have a good showing. Teams were playing it, but they weren't getting wins with it. And people were like, okay, we'll step away from Puck a little bit. And really since then, Puck has been kind of put on the sidelines from time and time again. But now it's back once more here for Malaysia, and what I anticipate being their off-lane get-up. You put Viper in that safe lane position. You have Tiny Wisp kind of roll together. Now, what about maybe going with something funky, like a safe lane, not a safe lane, but a core Bristleback, and you put him in the mid lane? All right, ignore that thought. It's going to be the Morphling grab up here.
I was thinking it had to be a ranged hero because it's really annoying to go against Tiny Scraggy as a melee hero. It just counters them out. We've seen time and time again where, like, Faceless Void, you just try to go in for a hit, I can't move. Try to go in, can't move. So a ranged hero deals with it pretty nicely. Morphling's a great one. For example, Luna, Gyro.
Yeah,
But
I
we
said
didn't see
Bristleback,
Gyro
and
really working.
I don't know. Viper was already there, so that wouldn't have worked out too well. But it is going to be the Black Morphling. They actually ran a pretty similar lineup about 11 days ago in their I-League matchup against Summoner's Rift, which did bode well for them. But we'll have to see how things will work out here as we hop into the game here. This is game number 1 of this lower bracket, like a semifinal matchup. A best of 3 here. It's elimination. So the winner gets to truck on and continue their journey of a comeback, while the other one, well, their Starladder Season 12 journey will come to a close. So without further ado, and before action does break out, we'll get some introductions underway. I'll lead off your introductions for your Radiant side. We got Team Malaysia here, coming off their loss 0-2 to IG, putting them in this lower bracket. We got Mr. Ohio, who's going to be playing your Puck. We got Johnny, who's going to be playing your Wisp along the bottom. We got KYXY, who's going to be playing the Tiny, or the Tony, if you will. Mushi playing your Rubik. Yeah, he's still playing his support position. Definitely stepped away from that mid laner that we've come to know on Orange and Titan. And then their new mid laner core position role is going to be filled by Ketchik Imba, who's going to be playing what looks like your safe lane Viper.
And for Team Tinker, we've got Flo, also known as Boba, playing his Clockwork, one of his most famous heroes. We've got Pink Panda, also known as Way Too Sexy, playing the Earth Spirit. We got Koifa, handling that Queen of Pain, going to be going mid lane. And we've got Black, the guy from China, doing wondrous things. He's definitely turned this team around, I think he's definitely turning them around to be almost a tier 1 team. And he's playing the Morphling, as well as KotLGuy, rounding it off for Witch Doctor here.
The man from China, the German from China, now he's an American. This guy is a little bit of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Just wherever you put him to play Dota, he is now that. And, well, he won't need to worry too much about his extra bit of dialect. Can do the full communication now with his Team Tinker squad in English. And, yeah, I mean, he's been notoriously known as one of the best PvEers in the game, and Morphling used to be something he loved to go for. I believe it was when he was on Team CSI, I want to say, back at the TI4 qualifier run. He played a lot of Morphling back then. Him and, like, Lakel's used to run it a lot when it was in its heyday. And they've been doing a lot of work, so it's something he's very familiar with here. Already early aggression onto Puck. Look at this. No respect from KotLGuy, just dishing out the early Maldic and right-click here. Who is going to play chicken first, though?
Oh,
KotLGuy goes down.
What?
Ohio just kind of waits it out, and, yep, he gets the upper hand. That was a battle of chicken and wits right there, and KotLGuy loses. Oh, boy.
Yeah. It's really funny how he didn't even try to go for the Meldic even earlier on. Like, why would you hold it for even that long? I mean, that gives Ohio boots. That's a very, very big kill. And I mean, I was gonna praise Koi for doing really well mid lane so far. I mean, the combo doesn't get too scary until level 3. That's when you see the spirits coming out, as well as the potential for an Avatos level 2. But
very unfortunate.
top lane, are they gonna go again?
KotLGuy's like, God damn it, I'm back. I'm not gonna let that happen again. He will probably be a bit more hesitant this go around, but Ohio does no longer have that salve, so only has to work with now 1 tango after using it there. KotLGuy's gonna come in from behind. There's that curse again, but this time he's not looking to kind of hang and swing fists here with Ohio. He'll just step back and just continue to dish out little bits of harassment to keep him in check. But yeah, Koifa, man, he's up at the top of the net worth right now, 10-3. The stun will miss, and that is the one thing you do have to fear, Johnny, who did go right for that bottle rush, he does have a regen actually on hand now. No spirits leveled up quite yet, but even just with the tether slow and the overcharge capability, you can really surprise your mid lane opponent with a quick burst of damage, and plus the follow-up right click. Whisk could come out of the dark and really catch him by surprise. But also, speaking of which, you could say the same here for Team Tinker. Way2, who is always a very selfless kind of support player, waiting very patiently, even if that means he gets no XP for the longest time. He'll be there by the side of Koifa just in case something does break out, but not close enough where he takes away XP. He's just there just in
going
case.
In. Ohio already waved forward.
Needs one
Black
more.
has wave, and he's gonna get it.
Oh,
Black nice.
This time, not so fortunate, Mr. Ohio. Black's going to be there by his side. KotLGuy slips away. Careful, buddy. Man, one more auto attack from these side creeps, and he does go down.
He's level 1 still, dude. Level 1. He just might as well suicide. Where is he going?
He just buy out. He's got 60 gold, dude. All right, well, he's going to have to take the long walk of shame back to base instead of doing the express trip, so.
Top mid lane.
Mid lane,
Oh,
there's
the
the fissure.
fissure.
Not going to catch him on the appropriate side to get him under the tower, though, so. Things are just getting pretty silly here early on, especially from the side of Team Tinker, but fortunately for them, Black is able to get in that kill and kind of take control back in this top lane, or be a bit more assertive with it. On the other side of the world, though, we haven't talked much about this bottom lane. Bulba gets the early blocking on the camp, trying to get that creep equilibrium back in under the tower. It's just a really hard laning matchup for him going against this Viper, which is really no surprise. He can easily bully back that little melee core in the clockwork, and no cog is really going to stop him from kind of just walking around and getting that orb walk off. And just the second he shows himself, KotLGuy is like right there to say, stay back. This is my creeps now. He's 25-3, the best CS in the game at this moment, and he's probably going to just bull rush towards that mech build up here. And top lane will have to keep an eye out. Ohio not going to get caught with that fissure, not even the tip of it, as he will be able to shift.
Yeah, another good thing to note in this game is that Koifa's not really getting pressured. Whis just got his level 3, and he just got his spirits. So he hasn't put any pressure on for the first 4 minutes onto Koifa. You can see why that's why he's at the second highest in the CS. I mean, they've been tossing every creep there, like you see that, but it's still not enough. You really need to have Johnny getting in the, oh, this could be a creep block, or a fissure block, pretty easily. He can do it on this side, or he can do it from here, too. So there's a lot of ways to cut off this tiny with the fissure block.
And as long as Way2 is missing from the map, they don't really know when he could come out from the dark. I mean, he's been just kind of hanging about, still only level 1, and he just continues to build up those camps on the side for them to easily farm up. I anticipate that's more so for KotLGuy. Now he will eat the combo, brings him down pretty low here, but nothing he's too worried about. And they'll just have to step back and away. Johnny, though, uses the haste. He's been bottled up, and he's going to start sending that regen right back his way, so KotLGuy can have some more mana to work with. Meanwhile, on bottom, Mushi tries to move on forward, maybe trying to make a go onto Bulba, but he continues to be a bit turtled here, safely under his tower. He's gotten 8 CS, though, with the help of the rocket and occasional last hits that's been kind of gifted to him. Still pales greatly in comparison to what KotLGuy has been able to get out of his lane, but as long as he's not feeding over any unnecessary kills, he'll just have to make do for now and just try to get his way to level 6.
Yeah, it's kind of the trade-off, right? I'm talking about it in the draft. Bulba's just going to be getting, trying to get levels down here. He's not going to get too much from him. 9 last hits is really good for him, I would say. In top lane, they're going to be contesting this. Ohio, nice dodge once again. Yeah.
Little Matrix play right there. Sees it coming, sidesteps it, and will be able to walk away with a fun little illusion rune for himself right in front of KotLGuy's face. So he'll have to round the bend back and over, and, well, he will be able to work with a little bit of jungle play here as the 1 stack here, but we already have about, what, 2-3 stacks here built up on the side. I don't know if it's something worthy of even a sonic wave to help it out, but for now, at least, it looks like he'll make the walk all the way back to base. And for the first time this game, it looks like maybe Way2 will be able to get finally some serious XP for himself. Still trying to get to level 2 here, but this solo mid lane should certainly help out.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stacks, like you're saying. Definitely coming in from both sides, and now they're going to be cleared out from the tiny. He's got level 6 before this. Wisp is level 3.5. Let's see where they get from here. And, well,
do you anticipate that KotLGuy is going to just bull rush and get a hold of the Aghanim Scepter, or does he stop along the way, pick up something like drums, or does he not need to worry too much about the mobility aspect having this Wisp available to him, and just instead go right for the Whomping Willow, if you will?
I think it's either Ags or Blink Dagger. And against the enemy's lineup, they have... Yeah, you can blow up the Quap, but you can blow up the Witch Doctor, you can blow up the ES, as long as you get a fast Blink Dagger. But I don't think they need it. They have the Relocate, and they have the Toss combination. So I would rather see them just go for the fast Ags. And they have 2 wards coming out from Team Tinker, trying to spot out these ganks coming around,
well,
too.
The thing is this might not be a gank. They had spotted out that big stack before, and I think they want to take it for themselves. Yeah, they're looking to go up and around. They want to take that big stack away, but they're going to run into Way2
there it is, Way2, though.
Yeah, they'll get this instead. Big combo. It's very easy stuff. Do they still hang around and go for it? I mean, Team Tinker already picked it out. Yeah, they know that they are there for the stack. KotLGuy's like, no, that's my money. Even Bulba looking to scout it out with a rocket, but they don't go there quite yet. Maybe a bit too predictable. They want to see if anyone from top lane tries to come and help them out. and they'll cut him off, but it's now going to be most of them here. They tether away. Still Johnny. Wow, he gets blown up instantly there with the fissure and the Sonic Wave. Now Black looking to get involved here. They're making a move on to KYXY. What a coil, though, set up from Ohio. Connects onto 4. They are able to bring down the puck, though, as the follow-up will not be there. KYXY gets a toss back, rather. But Black's going to be fine, even the heal coming in. And that quickly turns into a 3-man
Bottom lane, they're going to go
drop.
on Bulba now, but he drops his haste rune. They're going to get the tower, though. Bulba can't stop it.
I have to say, though, you know, very nicely done, though, from Team Tinker. They recognize that Malaysia are in their woods. They could be going for the stack, but they don't get too excited that they kind of run in there on their own. They wait till everyone's ready to participate, and that's where it counts for them. They quickly take down 3, and next thing you know, they push ahead 4-2. So beautifully set up. Even though the coil did look pretty miraculous, it just didn't really have the follow-up at that point. But I guess in the meantime, it's a little bit of space for KotLGuy to get that tier 1.
Puck level 1 silence is the most underwhelming spell on the hero, and they're going once again to try and do the ancient or the stack to clear, and they might be able to find out Koifa. They don't have a puck with the blink though. They do have the lift. That's all they have. Koifa has got a blink on.
They got it. No. Silence should be there. They'll get Koifa out, and they'll do a big chunk of damage to that stack. Reinforcements are nearby, but without Koifa being available, they can't do what they did before. So this time Malaysia are going to get what they want, the second time being a charm for them. They walk away. Will they walk away with their life, though? Oh, they see Pilot Eye now. They're even going to commit the coil just for him, and he will go down. Stun follow-up there. It's Puck who gets the last hit. Ohio will take that and walk away. And quickly Malaysia will be able to even this game right back up 4-4.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think it's looking really good for Malaysia. Even though they gave up those kills, still Viper got his free farm on Emba's, got his mechanism, and always trying to hook Bulba. There he goes, he's got it. But he might be paying his life.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to man up here. You got to remember, he has a mech to use thereafter. He pops it here, so he gets the clockwork down. He will lose his own life. It costs, you know, Team Tinker to pull out 2 rotations, 3 rotations actually, to help him out with that one. So quickly, Team Malaysia.
Stuck in here. He blinked in.
Oh, bummer.
He's stuck, man. They need this tower mid too. This is the defense they needed.
Well, they'll get there in time to at least stop him for now, but they got some good damage onto it. Plus, while Black steps away from that top lane, Ohio's going to be there to build up a bit of farm. He's trying to go for a Blink Dagger, I imagine. But yeah, speaking of Blink Daggers here, KYXY goes for a Blink Dagger on his Tiny. You know, it's not unfamiliar for a Tiny to get a Blink, but when it's a Wisp and a Tiny, you don't see Blink really come out that often. So this is going to be funky.
Yeah, only Eternal Envy really does it.
And it's going to be surprising for Team Tinker if he doesn't show it.
Not anymore. He's showing it.
He's showing it now, though. Oh, well.
You're jinxing everything, KotLGuy. You're jinxing everything. But yeah, it's kind of weird him showing it already. It's kind of weird. Oh, they just broke the tether too, so they can't relocate just yet. They need to wait 5 seconds before they can do something. Black's replica is on cooldown, but this is where it starts getting really scary for Team Tinker. They have to huddle up, now knowing that the Wisp has the relocate, and they can't really. They have to go on the offensive here, and they're gonna scout out the Wisp first.
Oh, they make a jump, and they take down way 2, but the Wisp is gonna be taken out in exchange of support for support. Coconut flies only onto KYXY. He gets the Maldic down, but he can't really work with the Death Ward as there's no mana. They are able to get down the Rubik. Pilot Eye still alive and well. Heals on up with the Voodoo Restoration, and now KYXY has to run away. Will be able to make it out. And once they see Ohio send in that orb, they don't want to overcommit for anything. So the dust does settle. It's Team Tinker who get a better trade, doing 2 for 1. But all the meanwhile, KotLGuy is just doing work here in the top lane, going for this tier 1. This Viper really has yet to participate in any of these fights. But because he hasn't been around, he benefits him, you know, so much from the farm.
Mid lane, they've got the bottle up. 3 seconds left on the Blink Dagger. Bulba could be in trouble if he shows himself. Oh, he found him. Toss back. Nope, doesn't need to toss back, but
he's got to try to cog to get away.
Nice fissure.
Yeah, the fissure saves him, but he's not going to get away. Oh, Johnny could be in trouble now. No Sonic Wave. He's just got to try to right-click him down. Jump in. Toss is not going to be enough to save his little Wisp comrade. And they want more. Koifa blinking in, gets stunned up. Ohio was going to come in, but he cancels that TP. Fissure was going to be there, but obviously will not connect onto anyone. And again, KotLGuy finishes off that tier 1 in the top lane all the meanwhile.
Yeah, so far Malaysia just doing a really good job outmaneuvering, as well as top. KotLGuy is gonna live. He's got Tranquil, so he's got enough movement speed to skate on out of here. They have the turnaround potential. Once again, Bobo might be trading his life. It just feels like this Clockwork pick hasn't done much. He's got Tranquil Boots and a bottle, 0 and 2, and I mean, Bobo's just going to hook in and die, it feels like. You hook in onto the Tiny, you're going to die. You hook in onto the Viper, you're going to die. So it's a very tough position for him to be playing in this game.
And he's got to be that one to help out with the other 3 because Black has to take the time to farm himself. He's the late game hope on this Morphling. So you need that Clockwork to help create the space so that this Morphling can kind of do as he pleases without really, you know, and getting it done under the radar. But we'll see if Malaysia look to kind of keep Black in check or if they want to continue to try to build up a snowball by just getting work done elsewhere. Have yet to really see them move in with any sort of relocate, which has been online for quite a while now. They have the aggressive wards down in Team Tinker's territory to see if anyone's trying to solo farm a bit. But it looks like overall they're just going to continue to pressure out the top part of this map. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Ohio, who's there to kind of help out against Morphling, keeps the pressure backing away. But here comes the rest of Team Tinker now. The cavalry coming in. They're heading towards the bottom lane.
Puck has his Blink Dagger too. He really wants to try to get to it, and this is kind of going to be a good bait, I think, for Black. Oh, they have vision of him, but he did go for the Midas before this team fight. That could hurt him.
Okay, KotLGuy, is the mech going to be enough to save him? Doesn't look like it. Big Sonic Wave and that Death Ward doing serious work. Black moves in, but he's very low. Gets lifted up. He'll get popped. Toss comes out through. KotLGuy should be next to go down. Mushi very low, but going to be kept alive. Nope, I say that, and KotLGuy is going to be able to get him. Meanwhile, there's a relocate back to the top lane here for both KotLGuy and Johnny. It's a 3-for-3 trade, and it looks like KotLGuy is going to help try to finish off this tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. But as I say that, Malaysia, they'll pressure out the top. So 11-11, a very back-and-forth skirmish here between both sides.
Oh yeah, that was an amazing Sonic Wave coming in from KotLGuy. He got the Puck as well as the Viper. And Ohio did as much as he could without his Blink Dagger in that team fight. So props to him trying his best. And he didn't need to buy the Blink Dagger before, but he should be able to get it here with these last creeps. And going to be able to pick it up now. If he had that during that team fight, it could have looked totally different. But not having it, Viper going down first, and well, at least they found the ward behind the tower. Good job, Mushi.
Yeah, it became pretty obvious that, you know, the last engagement they had down here, Team Tinker just kind of made their quick jump onto Mr. Imba as he was hiding in the woods. So they get that D ward out, and they'll hold this tier 1 tower at least for now. Back at mid lane, Johnny KotLGuy continue to kind of farm it on up. After completing out this Blink Dagger, suddenly he's only 1 component away, more specifically 400 gold away from finishing out his Agnum Scepter. He managed to throw together that bit of farm pretty damn fast. I mean, I guess credit to him pulling together all these freaking kills. He's suddenly 6-1 on this Tiny.
Oh, yeah, I was going to mention...
Relocate now.
Yeah, it's definitely from him getting those 6 kills. Oh, top lane too. It might be 7 here. Yeah, KotLGuy died.
KotLGuy dead. Top lane.
In a good position still. Yep. There. But where did the Wisp... Okay, and they're at their tier 1 tower. Easily be defended.
So they'll be fine. They step back. They're really doing their best to not hand anything over too easy here to Team Tinker. Whether it be a tier 1 or not. They have yet to take a structure themselves, while Malaysia have already cleared out all 3 tier 1s. So there is definitely going to be an economy difference here. We look at the graph and you can see it about 4K right now for Team Malaysia. XP not as dramatic, about 1,500. But still, you can see it's going to pay off very nicely. That Agnums is now going to be complete. There he is, holding that big old frickin' tree. The Siege, the Cleave. It can get pretty ridiculous real fast. And these little precious supports, your Way 2 Earthshaker and your KotLGuy Witch Doctor, better make sure they employ that buddy-buddy system and don't really get caught out on their own any longer. As they will smoke, they start heading into the Malaysia woods here. This could be a clash here, Ryu. Oh, both sides smoked up too. Who will have the high ground advantage? It looks like maybe Team Tinker will, as they're heading towards the Roche pit here. Rounding the bend, KotLGuy comes in from behind. They might just miss each other. 2 ships sail in the night, if you will.
Well, it might not be a ship too long. Boba might be the first sunken hero. Gonna go see Davy Jones, Boba.
Oh,
no.
he's going to get sunken here. Okay, Flo still alive. Hook shot goes over to Ohio instead. He might end up dropping in the end, but the Sonic Wave certainly helps out from the high ground, and making it a 1-for-1 trade.
Oh, the toss.
And meanwhile, the toss, yep, connects right there onto way two. Very nicely done. Makes it a 2-for-1 trade, an advantage for Team Malaysia on that front. Of course, Team Tinker doing their best with what they can without Black and his Morphling getting involved.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that was pretty good. All things considered, as you're saying, Black not being there. He's magically found his way up to 3,300 gold. F-Blade. It's nicely timed too, right? You don't want to be getting your F-Blade when you're level 10 or level 11. He's level 13, so he's dealing with 4 mud golems right now. Can't use his waveform, but he's like, damn, man, that just sucks. You stack the camp, and then you get more mud golems.
A lot of RNG hate, and you know he's passing over that typical cookie cutter Lincoln's first build, which you don't really doubt him here with what Team Malaysia have to offer with the AoE kind of a stun, the slow that's there from your tether, puck and the coil. Viper Strike could be there to easily eliminate the Fade Bolt along with, Fade Bolt plus the Viper Strike. It doesn't seem like the right kind of game to go right into a Lincoln's. He's just going all in with the damage, and yeah, his F-Blade now done. We'll see if he tries to. Oh, Mushi might be the first target here. Oh, sidestep.
Oh, no,
and okay, he still gets the shot off, but very awkward there. Mushi's going to be able to step away, putting the stolen cogs to use. Narrowly escape, and now they know the shotgun is out, and they need to be ready for it.
Yeah, F-Blade is first time missed shotgun from point blank range, so kind of not being a good sniper there, Black, but it was a nice sidestep, and Mushi didn't even have null field, so that's a big thing too, right? Once he starts getting up the magic resistance up to 20%, that could be helping him living up. I suspect Mushi will probably be going for, is he going for an urn? No, but he's got a casual Sage's Mask. He'll probably get some bracers up, and he'll definitely be hard to bring down once he gets up that more magic resistance. But
Ketchik Imba, after getting that Midas, he trucks on forward to put together a bit of farm. For now, it's just an ulti orb, but I think that's just a reliable ulti orb to go towards a Manta. I wager here. Very prominent grab. You're going against something like an Orchid. Help only mitigate that a bit. Helps out his ability to dish out more significant right-click damage. Helps split push a bit, which has been pretty much his playstyle this game for now. And just add a bit more stat boost. So he continues to farm up here. They're almost trying to bait him out, it looks like. Ohio and Mushi nearby, getting in a nice comfortable position on the sidelines. Bulba's here. Plus they have the relocate in case things get a bit too hairy. We'll have to see if Team Tinker try to pull the trigger on anything. Meanwhile, on the other side, jump in, stun on the Black, and the toss. Only brings him down to about half life as he continues to morph up the strength. But on the other side, there's going to be the jump in. Missed from Bulba. And a coil, though, connects onto 2. Out from the dark comes Ohio, and now the relocate in. A big Echo Slam, not going to be enough to stop them. They get their stun, they get their kill onto Bulba. Now they're looking for Black. He's going to be able to replicate away from that stun. They see Koikfa with the hit ball, and, well, there's going to be the relocate away. They don't take KYXY with them. And he does have a TP, though, to step back. And it looks like they'll be able to follow it up with a Tier 2 takedown. A successful pick, nonetheless, taking down Bulba.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
yeah, and as long as they get that Tier 2 tower, it's a win, and not losing any of their heroes. So really good job. Tiny's going to be on his way to the BKB here, and I'm trying to figure out ways to what they do to that. And not seeing anything, Dakota. Not seeing anything. So KYXY just lingering down here. Wisp is still here. I mean, if Pylai dies, shows himself again on this top lane. Okay, he just cast. They might relocate. Blind? No, nothing blind. So
they're patient, though, and hungry for more Clockwork Blood, it looks like here. He's just trying to finish out a Blade Mail here for Bulba, and he's a bit nervous. If you look at their vision, he's definitely in the dark. They have a full sense as far as where Bulba is. They don't want him too close to that baseline, but if they can get him a little bit out, they know that there's nowhere really for anyone to rotate in. Oh, he might be in trouble going for this creep. They're going to time it out. Oh, are they gonna pounce? They're waiting, man. Like a lion hunts a zebra. There it is. There's a committed jump, and they got him. This is all led in with a stolen hook shot there from Mushi, and they get their target. They get their kill. Fissure does fly in. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, you can see
over here, Orchid it up.
Goes for Ohio, but he has to quickly blink himself out from trouble as they rotate on over. It's still Team Tinker a bit on the defensive here. Another successful pick Persistence coming out here from Team Malaysia pays off once more. 16-12 now, and their net worth boost about 5K. Oh, here we go.
Black got silence.
Can't finish off the shotgun blow onto Mushi, able to waveform up to the high ground and away from the right click of KYXY, but an unsuccessful hit and run for him once more. Have to back away.
Man, I'm trying to say that Koifa, I think, made a good decision there in not trying to go for the puck kill, because you really need to have the Sonic Wave up for bigger team fights, and I don't think you can afford to just blow it off and possibly not get the kill. So really well played from him, just realizing that, hey, we need this Sonic Wave if we want to win any of these team fights, and I have to get it on multiple heroes. So good for him to keep it there, but the problem is, with the puck not being getting killed, obviously they're able to siege this tier 2 tower pretty easily here, but BKB purchases up from Koifa as well as the Tiny, and this is, man, how far off is Way 2 from his Blink Dagger? That's the only thing I see them turning this fight, this game around right now.
It's going to be very difficult if they don't have that initial follow-up from like someone like Clockwork leading in, who already is pretty frail as it is from being the man in the machine. But they'll make the best of it here. Now they smoke up. They're heading towards the bottom. Maybe looking to go for Ohio, but it's not going to be easy getting your puck. As I say that, though, they get a nice jump in. Silence.
Oh, he lives!
He lives. He walks around and uses the haste rune to step away from trouble. Relocate comes in, but he has no Tiny with him. Oh, Johnny, what have I done? He goes down. Maybe he was there to assist out Ohio. You know, I'm not too sure. I didn't see on the top part, but look at this turn back here. Jumps in, gets two-man coil, finishes off Way 2, and now he's using the rest of his haste rune. Gets bumped back and away. Hookshot follow-up. Gets a secured kill here. Bulba making it away as the TPs will fly them back home. Very awkward stuff from both sides. I'm not too sure what was really going on there, but Johnny comes in without his Tiny comrade here. And because of it, he ends up handing over his own life, and now they're going to take down that tier 1. Their first tower.
Yeah, I wish there was a way to go back for like 20 seconds so you can see what happened with KYXY. Did he run out of the range of the tether, or what happened? Because that was very strange. And yeah, Tiny with the BKB coming in there, you just have to like run for your life or something. And Ohio with having the haste rune and Koifa missing the scream is very unfortunate. But yeah, like you said, the Viper with the Manta style now, this is going to be great for counteracting that the Orchid. And they're both just creep skipping right now, it feels like.
Yeah.
Koifa doing as much as he can just to slow down the split push.
But they're ready to play now that they got that Manta. They want to move on in now. They got a smoke here. Way 2. It could be an easy pick. Hey, convenient fissure, though, that he was farming with. Slows him down a
And that got corrosive skinned.
Yeah, and he's like, wait a minute, that's weird. I don't like that. So he just pulls back immediately. Good know-how to check kind of that little debuff there. And they all step back and away. They're like, okay, something's up. They're all missing. I'm getting hit with corrosive skins from out of nowhere. Let's play it safe. They start to turtle up now. But that means they're going to secure another outer tower here. This top tier 2 means that Team Tinker have nothing else on the outside. All of their outer towers have now been eliminated, and Team Malaysia can just kind of do work in their jungle. And that means that they're going to get the most out of this map. Their farm is going to continue to accelerate further and further, and the option for going for a Roche becomes easier and easier here.
Yeah, and it's just going to be that window of opportunity. Like, when do we see it? And, well, I agree with KYXY. Going to be picking up, this could be a casual Yasha. So I'm not going to say it's going to be a Manta style. Manta style is great, though, this game. You get to dodge the Orchid, but you're adding on to the Earthshaker's Fissure, as well as the possibility of, you know, the Witch Doctor being able to get that paralyzing cast going. So it's definitely needed, this game, because of the mobility it adds. The extra movement speed's always nice to have, especially on one of your cores. But if you already have a Blink Dagger, I don't necessarily think you need to have the Yasha. Maybe a Cuirass instead, but probably wanting to dodge that Orchid instead of when the BKB's down.
Yeah, I mean, there is definitely justification as far as why you want to kind of go down and get that Manta. Look, Koifa has been waiting patiently for this. He might get the solo pick on Ibushi, and he will do so. Nicely done. He has to wait one more second. We'll have the blink here. Steps back and away, and we'll TP out. He had been waiting in that bush for an opportunity like that to utilize that ward, and it pays off. Gets a nice little easy solo pick
Bush
onto
Warriors.
Mushi. And with that, they step back and away, create a little bit more space for themselves along the mid and top lane to continue to farm up, which they need Black to do. Black still holding about 4K gold. Is he going to be saving up and going straight for the Scotty at this point?
You know, I think Scotty is a great option, but he also kind of needs a BKB too. This silence from Puck is definitely causing Black a lot of trouble in these team fights, but is he going to play offensive or is he going to play defense? That's his question. And I think Scotty's the right choice, what you're saying. He definitely needs to pick up more, you know, survivability. And I think he can survive in long enough to where he doesn't need to have a BKB.
Let's see if that's going to be the case here. KotLGuy, who slowly pushes out this top lane with Johnny as his safety net. Johnny with a, at least for now, reliable Vipe booster. Not too sure if that's going to be turning into a Crimson Guard or an Atos. I mean, just getting more life, I guess, certainly does help so he doesn't get bursted down too quickly. Because I imagine Team Tinker are going to look to him to be that focal point. Getting the Wisp out of the picture first and foremost is certainly one of the best things you can do. But here we see KotLGuy. He's in enemy territory here. Pretty close, but they're going on mid lane. They want Black. There's a jump in there. There's that silence, and he's going to go down. They make it look relatively easy there, and that's probably part of the reason why he should consider going for a BKB, but he's not. He actually already went all in, buying out what looks like a Manta style. So
Manta.
That could help out with the silence, but he doesn't have it on hand for that moment. So he does drop.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, that means that Team Malaysia can easily move into the pit and clean out this Roche grab. They know this is happening.
Yeah, they
don't know.
have to steal this.
Can they do
have
it,
to
though?
steal this, or
They
it
got
feels like
vision.
it's over.
Meanwhile,
Oh, they got one.
yeah, KotLGuy does get a nice kill picking off Ohio here, but we're going to keep our focal point here on the
Boba.
Roche pit. Boba, can we get it? Can he do it? Oh, they go down, and look at this.
Okay,
KotLGuy
now
is like,
that's a big tiny.
I'm ready to play. And wow, he just annihilates.
Structures are
Puts
fortified.
down Clockwork in the little bits of rusted pieces. And I guess at the end of the day, it ends up being a
Radiant's
one-for-one
bottom
trade
tower
with
is
the
under
Roche
attack.
coming on through here. KotLGuy, can he make it out safely? Oh, they're trying to cut him off, but he's already kind of walked himself on through. No contention for the Roche, unfortunately. And Malaysia will be able to get a follow-up kill after grabbing it. So they control the momentum at this point, having that extra life. Oh, man. You look over at KotLGuy, though. Look at the farm he's got. He's got near 5K. He is second on net worth, only to KotLGuy and his Tiny. He's got 15K matched up on par with KotLGuy.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he went for a BKB. I was thinking he might go for a Heart. I think Heart's really good, but really wants to be able to be mobile in the team fights too, which I don't blame him. And, well, not looking good. I mean, they have a Cuirass, or, oh my goodness. The Assault. I don't know, man. Here goes Relocate.
Yep, and a Coil. It's a lot of hate from one little Pylite Ice support. They stop off trying to go for the illusion of Wei 2, but once they realize that's just an illusion, or a replicate rather, they get the easy kill onto the Witch Doctor. Nothing really Pylite can do about it, considering he just dished out the cask onto the creep wave. So he will lose his life, and there's that AC now in hand here for KotLGuy. This is when Tiny gets real scary. Gets all that huge bonus armor, now plus 20. Hits damn hard and damn fast here. Just look at this tower begin to melt. Once, you know, Johnny gets here to help him with the overcharge, things get pretty out of control. And Team Tinker, what do they do to stop this? Here they go. Boom, bang, bong, bong. See you later, Tier 3. And they're home, in jeopardy now. Look at the destructive damage. Unbelievable stuff
There is
here.
no home to go home to.
Oh my god, it's like
gone.
paper mache. They just pile through it. He's now going to pop the BKB after the tether will be concluded. Black tries to go for the kill on the Johnny. Is going to be cleaned up there. As Bulba jumps in with the hook shot. Now KotLGuy moves on through with his own BKB, trying to go on to KotLGuy, but that's not an easy target. Meanwhile, Bulba's going to be taken apart. KotLGuy happy to go toe-to-toe. KotLGuy barely alive, able to make it away. They do take down the Viper. Here comes the Coconut. Only connects onto KotLGuy. He is going to get maledicted up. They're trying to run here. Only 2 of them left and alive here. Team Tinker would love to get this extra pickup, making them pay for losing that mid-set of racks here. And there's going to be the stun. There's another cask, and even a death ward instantly silenced and debunked with the coil. They are going to get the kill, but that's just the Aegis here. Ohio locking him in place. Does KotLGuy look to re-engage? He does not. It looks like they'll step back and away. They did ping out the replicate here, but
Radiant's bottom
They know
tower
that they
is
don't want to
under
make a jump
attack.
happen there. So, well, Ryu, when the dust settles, it's Team Malaysia who do walk away with the big base damage. They take out that mid lane set of racks. They do lose a couple of lives, but at the end of the day, it's their benefit. And they're still in very good standing.
Yeah, they really won that team fight because they were able to bring down the Viper. Viper wasn't able to cast his BKB, and once that happened, they were easily able to clean him up. Koifa, once again, being an outstanding player this game, 11-1. I mean, he's playing absolutely out of his mind. He needs to continue it up. That's their only way if he keeps on getting these great sonic waves, killing out everybody. And, well, during that team fight, Johnny did pick up the Vanguard. I thought it'd be enough for him to live, but he still did go down. But as you mentioned, Raxus went down, and that's all they can really ask for. And Tiny, man, with that assault picked up, instantly already turning that Yash into Manta style. Just so much from KYXI right now.
One Tiny was a problem, but now you got three. And they can all hit pretty damn hard. Now they're looking to bottom lane, jump in silence. They're going for Black here. He's able to Manta off the silence, follow up stun. Not going to be connected as he will pull his little Houdini act. Head back up towards the mid lane with his replicate. Very happy to have that Manta now. Almost in trouble, but he's fine. And Malaysia just kind of showing their assertive push here. Now potentially making a go towards the bottom. Yeah, I know they have a gem on someone. It's Mushi? No, he has sentries here.
Dyer's
No, it's
bottom
on
tower
Ohio
Should be on
here.
Puck.
under
It's
attack.
on, yeah. He's going to check right now.
Yeah, he'll see the
Whoop,
ward.
miss,
Take it down.
miss.
Sidestep, gets used up. There's a follow-up here from Bulba, but he quickly blinks out from trouble. Jump in Echo onto Mushi. Not big damage. It looks like, yeah, Wei-2's going to go down immediately. Bulba's going to be forced to retreat through the TP. On the back lines, you can see KYXY looking to address everyone else. Pylai was taken down in the heat of the moment, and now even Bulba will go down. Johnny gets that one, and quickly 3 of Team Tinker are out of the picture. And with that, Team Malaysia just follow up with an invasion through the south side of the base. And they're going to go right for the tier 3. No glyph on hand. Look at that destructive power come out. Now with a Manta. Black's got to do something. He goes on forward. Going to get silenced. Mantas it off again and will replicate away. But that doesn't deter them one bit. Now they go for the racks. Boom. Bonk. They get it down. That's 2 racks already. And it looks like game
Just
1.
go for the throat.
Yeah, it could be in the bag here for Team Malaysia.
Oh, there
and that's
it is.
They raise the white flag. Malaysia. Very good and dominant performance here for game number 1. End things out 24-19 with KYXY at a 25K net worth lead. Very nice stuff from them. They'll take game 1 in this best of 3.
Yeah, I honestly think it came back to what I said they should have done. Team Tinker playing really too passive. They had a Quap mid lane that did amazing against the Wisp Tiny combination. All they had to do was just get an aggressive tri-lane with the Witch Doctor ES +1, and they could have definitely kept down this Viper. Viper was able to get, what, a 10-minute mech and pressure the tier 1 tower bottom lane while his team created space, and the Viper even was getting top tier 1 tower at like 15 minutes in. So Viper split push better than the Tiny and the Wisp at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they had opportunities to really do something in the picking stage. I just think they got really outpicked, and then once they got the items online, the Tiny with his Blink Dagger did amazing work, and then with the mechanism, with Ohio having a reasonably timed Blink Dagger, they did all the jobs that they were required from Team Malaysia.
And now we will look to head into game 2 of this best of 3. It's going to be match point for Team Malaysia. They take a win here in game 2 and look just as dominant. Well, that's going to be the end of the road here for Team Tinker and Starladder. Team Tinker, though, they're going to look to shake that off and bounce back and try to take this series to a game 3. We'll find out exactly where this series will go in just a few moments with Malaysia and Team Tinker in game 2 action. I'm KotLGuy. That's Ryu Boras. We'll be back in a few moments for game number 2.